Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is Monday the 6th of March 2023. Let's hop right into it here. So as you see, we have this candle here, small range day, retrace, gapped a little bit down, retraced a little bit, came back up, and then settled down halfway. All right, got into this wick right here. And let's go into a smaller time frame. Maybe start with a 4 hour first. It's going to look a little confusing on my chart when you read into it. But watch previous video as you saw, if you saw previous Friday's video, you'll see that we highlighted this area right here. So we highlighted this block and I extended it out. All right. And I just didn't want to make too much noise here. All right, we did this, and then I have this area right here. Let me delete it now, just so you see it. And then I have this imbalance right here, and the low of that candle to this high would have been, this would have been the next imbalance. Oh, sorry about that. I can't turn it off. All right, so then you had the high of this imbalance right here. And sure enough, when I want to seal this price, I want to come and at least tap that low, which it did beautifully. All right, so looks like everybody wants to text. All right, so let's go into a 5-minute first, just so you can see this. And then you'll see more clear that you'll see that we have that gap right there. All right, so price gap down, open up. It's the week gap, so it's not like a daily gap, but it's the daily gap right now, and it's the actual week opening gap, right? So price came down, came up, took out the previous day's high right there. All right, from that big rally, we came down, order flow down, bearish. We stopped here. This is 7 in the morning. I'm not doing anything yet. Now we're starting to see order flow. See this? Came up, broke above that high. Once it broke above that high. Okay, now it's what, 8:40. I'm still not doing anything. It's a Monday, so you want to wait for it to range a little bit, show you its hand, at least from the open, right, of 9:30 Eastern time. So price came down, got into this imbalance right here, tapped on this block right there, and you could have been a buyer. Now, you got to see a little more detail, though, so I got to go to a 1 minute so you can see this and take a look here. All right, so this would be more of an x-ray view. You'll see that we have this imbalance. This is refined, right? So now we have a 1 minute imbalance there. Look at the time. We have these lows here. The time is 9:17. Market isn't open yet. I'm not going to do nothing because I know it can shake out, which it normally does. So price shook up, came down, then came down, took out those lows. So that's what this SL is. It's all liquidity. So took out the lows, got into this imbalance, nicely held price-wise, and then got into this block right here. These three down, they're all the same. If I went to a 2 minute, you'd see it more clear, or a 3 minute. Even on a 5 minute, you'll see that that's the beginning of a 5 minute block. All right, a demand block, right? So price taps in, and if you're still not sure, you're scared, then you don't have to take that entry. Then price rallies up, takes out that high. We got order flow. Now this is higher high, higher low. This is the higher high. Where's your higher low? Okay, well, now we tap in. Oh, I wish they don't do that. Let me just move this over so you can see this. So we have a nice imbalance right here. This is the 1 minute chart right there. And then we have these 2 minute candles. On a 2 minute candle, it will just be one candle. This is a 1 minute chart. So you got two candles. As soon as it taps in, that's a block right there. It is a little bit under 50% of this imbalance inside, and you should be an immediate buyer. Okay, and sure enough, look at the price. I hate when they do that. Look at the price above. If you can look to the above my cursor, you see how it digs in once, then it digs in a second time, and then boom, takes off. Now you could have once it took off, you're a buyer already. You took off, and then you have another imbalance here. Price comes in under 50% of it, you could be a buyer automatically there. Okay. And then price takes off again, takes off again. Now, take a look at this. So we have, if you measure your standard deviations of your retracement, so, man, this is, I don't know what. Somebody needs to tell them, take that off. Oh my God. Okay, so you're going to do a retracement here. Sorry, from here. So this was the pullback. This is the higher high, higher low. You're measuring, this is now A to B. This is the A to B to C, okay? But you're going to measure the C to B, which is the retracement itself, and you're going to do a projection on the 50 fib as we teach, and you'll see that we have the 1 standard deviation, we have the 1.5. The 1.5 is right above this major green line right here. That would have been the 4-hour imbalance the closure of that sealing the price of that 4-hour imbalance that I just put a line on. All right. And this projection which is 1.5 standard deviations above projection, is right above that line. So that's where you want to take your target. Okay. So you got your target here, came up here. All right. And then price starts to come down a little bit, comes right into a support block right there. This support block right here. Okay. Drag it out. Sure enough, holds and respects price, takes off again. Could have been a buyer here, right when it touched that gap right there. Price comes back in. You could have been a buyer right when it taps into this block right here. Draw a line out. Price leaves an imbalance here. You could have been a buyer again. Okay, just so you can see it. Taps in right there, takes off, and then you have this built liquidity here, this high, this lower high, lower high. This is all liquidity. So then you're expecting price to then run for that and run to tap that and to get to your projection. Look at perfectly, comes in, wicks, takes off, down. All right, so that was the buy. Taking it for the sell, same story. You already know that you're already up here, and you're going to get some type of retracement. We have this big gap right here, this weak gap right here, right? So, and this is the 930 over here lows. This is where everybody bought from. Price will love to give you the first move. The second move of the day will then come down and take them out. We see this every day. All right, so then price breaks down, okay? Comes right back into this imbalance that it made. See that right there? Drag it out. Your stop loss is always above that candle, or it could have been above the first candle of the 3 of the imbalance. But I'm generally confident in this second one. Perfectly holds. Look at that. Comes down. You could have been a seller again right there, because it creates another support. Another imbalance. Price reaches up, doesn't go above that candle. Okay, holds price. Comes down. Then this is order flow. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So it taps it evenly. All right, you could have been a seller right there as soon as it taps, because it doesn't break above. But you have to have a lot of experience for something like that. And then price breaks down, another imbalance right there, holds the price, and does not break above that candle. See how it's meeting perfectly right there with the second candle imbalance, right? Perfectly. Could have sold there. Breaks down again. Could have been a seller right here when this taps right back in the block with this supply block right there, right at the open. Beautiful. And then the order flow, same order flow. This another imbalance here. It doesn't break above that high of that candle, and as you see, the price respects that the whole way down into where are you going? Well, right to the low, right to your low right there of liquidity, where everybody bought at 930. Sure enough, it kind of widens up, scares people, and then taps it. I mean, and look when it taps it. Just pay attention. It taps it, and then it takes off. See that? So it's not like, I mean, it's not like hindsight. This is like, you can see it. react and the agenda that these candles are moving to. All right, so I don't want to make this too long. As far as the daily chart goes, take a look here. We now have, well, I didn't draw this on Friday, but we have this imbalance here. All right, just give me a second. And where are you? I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, and then we have, so that's that imbalance of those days, and then we have this imbalance, which is going to be in between Thursday, Friday, and then today is Monday's candle right there. So don't get too lost in that. You can see that this imbalance is for here, and then this imbalance right here is for these two lines, and then this is the one we're working in on that major daily one. So as far as tomorrow and this week, we got NFP news this week. We have Powell talking, I believe, tomorrow. So what do we got here? Well, the price held bullish. Can this price come up here and take out that high? Sure it could. I mean, the news can do anything it wants, but I'm expecting something like this. Okay, so do we complete this? Sure. Do they leave it as a dangling carrot and never come back right now? Possibly. But what I'm expecting to see, now that we're up here, we kind of shake out a little bit so price can come down, come back up, take that out, and then come down. Or we'll just continue bullish first and then come down and then clear up all this inefficiency and then come for this low, which this is the general target by this week or the following or something like that, pretty much, right? All right, I hope this helps. You guys take care. God bless.